Good morning, YouTube. I'm a little pooped. It's Monday, August 26th, 2019. I was at the State Fair yesterday with all their fried foods and whatnot. Not eating a lot of fried foods, but I was there. I have some food news for you today. There's been a lot of recalls again, as usual. So I'll go through this list of recalls that I've received. If you've shopped at Waitrose, Lidl, Aldi's, or Sang Lane's, or Tesco stores, they have food recalls. At Aldi's, it's the 2 key lime cheesecake, 2 millionaire cheesecake. There's potential glass in the product, so if you have those cheesecake products, please don't eat them. Return them or toss them. Cook brand of green Thai chicken curry contains milk, but the milk isn't listed on the label. So if you have milk or dairy allergies, you might want to be aware of that. And the Itsu brand of vegetable the packs contain prawn. It's the fried vegetable packs. They contain the gyoza. It may contain prawn, so if you have seafood allergies, that's really not a good thing to have. Tesco brand of Blue Dragon street food skewers contain mustard, so anyone that has mustard allergies should be aware of that. And Deliciously Free from four fruity hot cross buns may contain soya, which is not on the label. You know, many people have soybean allergies or soy allergies, so I'm going to be careful about that. Speed Feast quarter pounder with cheese has an incorrect label. It contains egg, milk, and sesame, which all could be allergens for someone. So take heed if you use the Speed Feast quarter pounder with cheeseburgers that are prepackaged in your freezer section. Raw Treat Pet Foods, which I've mentioned a couple of times in the past few weeks. The frozen raw treat pet foods have listeria. They're still pushing those notices out there and let people know about the beef, chicken, lamb, and chicken with tripe packages. That's Lidl stores that would like for people to know that. That's over in England. I believe London for that one. Waitrose has sweet potato coconut soup and their roasted tomato, bean, and quinoa soup. The ingredient labels were mixed up, and so it's not the proper ingredients listed on the labels. So anyone that has potential allergens may want to take heed and keep an eye out for those things. All of those recalls came from a Canadian food inspection agency this weekend. There's also a diced chicken recall from Rosemount Sales, and that mostly affects people in British Columbia, Manitoba, and Ontario because of listeria again. And you know, listeria, I've talked about those symptoms before: the nausea and vomiting or diarrhea, dehydration. You know, it can take up to 70 days for some of the symptoms to show up of listeria. Those recalls also include Tip Top Poultry in Canada. There were 135,000 pounds of chicken recalled from the Tip Top Poultry Group. You know, it can be really overwhelming to hear all these recalls, but I think it's important that we know about our food. It's best if we can know where it's coming from, know the farmer, know how it's produced, where it's produced at, where it's grown at. That's one thing I enjoyed about being at the state fair yesterday, being able to talk to some farmers and know about how they prepare their food, and knowing what's organically grown and what's not organically grown, because what you put in you does make a difference in your body and in your personal health. There were some enormous pumpkins yesterday that were just really, really ridiculously big. But you know, people always have pumpkins or rabbits or other things in these contests for having the largest item, you know. But how did that item get that large? Was it naturally, or were there some kind of hormones put in it? It's just some things to think about and consider, you know, when we get our food. And you know, I was thinking about it when I was walking through the fair yesterday. All that food there, and the food that they're selling for a really high price, it was all deep fried. It was not the healthiest food to eat. It was just maybe tasty, I don't know, but not the healthiest food to eat. So just something to think about. You know, especially living in a country where so many people are morbidly obese, and so many people overeat, and there's so many health issues with high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol. We have to start taking better care of ourselves so that we can take better care of our children and our nation. Well, that's it for food news for now. Later today, I do plan on pulling out those collard greens and working on that, so hope to see you then.